Yo tout le monde, c'est Ilu et on se retrouve pour une deuxième vidéo car à la première j'ai fait grave du caca car je ne fais pas ce qu'on me dit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oui non mais c'est
Stanley
bon, hein,
decided to
maintenant
go
tu vas
to
pas
the
nous la
meeting
refaire à
room.
l'envers.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maintenant je rush. C'est quoi, juste pour te faire chier, voilà, tu vas me dire que j'essaie d'enclencher toutes les portes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Est-ce
the
qu'on
door
prendrait
on
pas
his
celle de
left.
droite?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ah voilà, on va dire ça. Oh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Attends. Non. J'ai le seum. Bon, c'est pas grave.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might come to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ah, il y a trop de choix possibles. Bon là j'appuie sur on.
Stepping into his manager's
Pareil
office,
que je connais le
Stanley
code.
was once again stunned to discover not an
4,
indication of any human life.
8,
What
5.
could it mean?
3.
Stanley wondered aloud to
Oh merde,
nobody.
c'est pas le
He
bon code.
began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf,
Ah oui,
looking
donc là,
behind
c'était la cheminée qui
paintings,
s'enlève,
desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded
Merde,
the
c'est pas ça,
terrible
bon,
secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number. 28.
Voilà.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That
C'est vraiment
kind of
excellent.
anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Lourd. Lourd le beat. Non mais par
Feeling
contre,
soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
wow, j'ai trop cru que j'allais tomber. Mais bon. Allez, c'est parti. Bon, et ce coup-ci, j'aimerais bien aller un peu plus loin, si c'est possible. Et boire un peu d'eau aussi. Allez. On est reparti.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oui, bon, celle-là, je l'ai déjà faite. Oh mon dieu, c'est la salle du laboratoire des X-Men. Oh
The
mon
lights
dieu, des
rose
écrans
on an
qui
enormous
s'allument.
room packed
Du
with
numéro 1
television
au
screens.
numéro, je sais
What
pas combien
horrible
d'ailleurs.
secret did this place hold?
Allez.
Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
C'est lequel le dernier numéro? Allez, vas-y. Ah merde, faut que j'aille là-bas. Et c'est le rush.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Numéro
revealed.
600.
Each bore the number of an employee
Oh,
in the
pas
building,
trouvé.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Mais par contre, désolé, parce que c'est
This
compliqué.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Bon, voilà, laisse-moi parler maintenant, s'il te plaît. Donc je disais que c'est compliqué de parler alors que lui, tu vois, il est tout le temps en train de parler. C'est vrai que c'est un tout petit peu chiant. Et genre, là, il va recommencer, voilà.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Oh oui, il ne
His
peut pas
own life
l'accepter.
in someone else's control? Never. It
Never.
was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Bon.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
On a plus la
Walking,
photographie, voilà.
eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the...
What? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Là, il y a de la lumière.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Non mais et sérieusement, c'est complètement fou. Déjà on appuie sur un bouton, déjà on change de plateforme comme ça. Hop, Joséphine, t'entends? Et là genre on était dans un building de je sais pas combien d'étages, on est descendu je sais pas combien de mètres. Et là, c'est dehors. Non mais mec, sans déconner.
Immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Sans déconner. Oh, t'es pas sérieux. Bon. Eh bien, écoutez, on est reparti pour une. Moi, je dis.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Moi, j'annonce tout à l'heure, je voulais faire
This
ça.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew
Donc,
it perfectly
on
well.
va aller prendre la
Perhaps he
sauce.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Bon, ouais, voilà, blablabla. Waouh, quelle
Yes,
cafétéria.
this room.
Wow,
But
my God.
eager to get back to business,
Mais
Stanley took the
sérieux?
first open door on his left.
Mais attends. Si je rentre là, je sais que la porte va se fermer.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Mais oui, j'ai pas encore été renvoyé. De toute façon, tu vas faire quoi? Il n'y a plus personne. On peut pas sauter.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Et si je
I'm not
refuse?
asking
Ah,
for
je
me,
saute! Oh,
I'm asking
gros
for
teuf.
her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Je le
She's
sens
been
pas.
waiting.
Je le sens pas. Non!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Non mais mec.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Non mais mec. D'où t'as vraiment cru quoi?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Non? J'appuierai pas sur F. D'abord, je vois un truc dans le frigo. Non mais... Qui va barricader sa chambre avec un fauteuil quoi? Bon allez, vas-y, c'est bien, j'appuie sur F.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oui, c'est bien.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
En fait, ça c'est le début de mon bureau qui devrait aller normalement jusqu'à là. Et mon PC il devrait être derrière cette femme là. Allez, vas-y, on appuie sur 7. Allez, 7.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Télé.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oui, oui, allez, vas-y.
As he wandered through
voilà,
this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Non, je ne lui dirai jamais. Ce n'est pas ma femme.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Bah non, j'ai pas appuyé, tu viens de me dire de pas appuyer, gay. Eh, mais ça, par contre, ça, c'est trop la machine qu'on a tous voulu avoir quand on était au collège, quoi. Tu rentres un crayon, bzzz, c'est trop dark. Bref. Oui, bon, ça va. Hein. Allez! Si ça se trouve, il me prend pour un con. Et il faut que j'appuie. Mais je suis presque sûr que si j'appuie, je vais recommencer. Alors que si ça se trouve, là, j'ai moyen peut-être de changer. Bon, au pire, hein, on va regarder la pendule. Bon, allez, dès qu'elle arrive... dès que l'aiguille rouge, elle arrive sur le 6, j'appuie. Hein, parce que, bon, quand même... Faut peut-être pas déconner, hein, au bout d'un moment... voilà. Ça fait pas comme s'il me prenait un tout petit peu pour un con en me disant d'appuyer sur n'importe quelle touche, mais bon. Oh attention, le moment arrive.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Non mais t'es sérieux? Bon, allez.
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Non mais je vais encore pas refaire ce que tu me dis.
Again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I
Bon, allez. Je crois qu'on a assez déraillé sur ce jeu. Au revoir. Allez, au revoir Stanley. Yo tout le monde, on se retrouve pour une 3e vidéo après 3 morts. Ah non, pas 3 morts. 2 morts. Et une fois on a survécu. Donc cette fois je crois que je vais... Tais-toi! Bref. Tais-toi! Voilà. Bon. Alors là, ce que je vais faire, c'est que je vais faire tout l'inverse de ce qu'il me dit de faire. Et je pense que ça va faire un truc... Ah, quoique. Ah, mais si je fais tout l'inverse... Bon, allez, on se tente à tout l'inverse. On est parti.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Donc, la porte de droite.
He entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oui, oui, je veux l'admirer.
The lounge was
regarde comme je
sublime,
l'admire.
a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Le problème, c'est que par là, j'y ai déjà été. Donc, je vais aller par là.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Et là, par contre, là, le bouton. Et ouais, mon gars, je t'obéis même plus.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Est-ce que je peux aller vers la droite? Ah là, là.
Oh no, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Mais tu es un gros connard.
No, 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 not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
Et je m'en fous, je suis devant cette porte là, si elle s'ouvre, je rentre.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Bruit de papier. Lol.
Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Alors, franchement, je le sens pas. Hé hé. Tu sais, j'aimerais bien, c'est rester coincé derrière sur le store. Je crois pas. Bon.
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to oh.
Saute.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay. From the top.
Non. Mais sérieux. Arrêtez. Bon. Oh mon Dieu, Stanley est perdu, il doit aller dans la salle de la réunion. Oui, donc je vais aller dans cette putain de salle de réunion. Et ce que je vais faire, c'est qu'à la place de monter en haut, je vais descendre. Et oui, car je n'ai plus de respect. Je n'ai plus aucun respect pour ce narrateur.
Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Oh mon
It was
Dieu,
right
ça
here just a
change.
minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley, let's find the story.
What? Bon. Bah, comment on fait pour y aller? Non mais sérieux. Bon. Amstram, gram, piqué, collé, gram. Bourré, ratatam. Amstram, gram. Bon, ok, allez, vas-y. J'ai complètement failli, mais bon, c'est pas grave. Mais là, attends, là, on a trop de possibilités de ouf. Non, là, par là, ça pue.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been
Oui,
on. I can
bon,
promise
c'est
you
bien.
there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it
No.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Mais t'es sérieux? Oh, le
All of
mec.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bon.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is
Non, mais il
back
se
where we
fout trop de
just
ma
came
gueule,
from.
quoi.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sérieux? Tout est lié. Non, c'est pas vrai. Oh bah en fait je vais juste...
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
Non mais...
The story. Here it comes.
D'accord.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
J'avoue que... Putain. Ah ouais non mais tu sais je vérifie au cas où si à un moment je peux arriver sur un arc-en-ciel et tout, il y a des petits lutins, on sait jamais. Même peut-être avec des...
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that
Oh,
correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I knew you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Bravo! Bravo!
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Mais
Some
si,
people
si
win
c'était
fair and
loyal
square,
et me
and
prends
this
pour
was
un
not
con.
one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Non mais mec!
I have to restart.
Vas-y, tu sais quoi, tu m'as gavé, moi j'étais heureux, tu viens de me briser mes rêves. Ah non, mais là, en gros, là, c'est vraiment du foutage de gueule, la ligne qui vient de me mettre. Bah, tu sais quoi, vas-y. Vas-y, on va cliquer sur League of Legends. Allez, vas-y. Et bah non, ça marche pas.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Bon.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Vas-y, c'est con,
Onward,
celui-là,
Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Le mec, il sait vraiment pas quoi faire, quoi. Ouais, non, mais vas-y, c'est bon, allez, stop le prendre par contre. Archidar, la musique.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
J'ai pas... Je veux continuer.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Je suis sûr, elle sert à rien. C'est de la fougère. C'est de la fougère, elle est verte et le pot il est blanc. Ok, vas-y, c'est quoi, on s'en fout. Mais par contre, remets la musique s'il te plaît. Elle était bien.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of the... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Oh my god, cet homme.
Restart.
Bon, bah écoutez, on va se laisser là, lol. Allez, au revoir.